Have you ever heard of round-robin bets in the sports betting world and wondered what they're all about? This video has all the answers for you. I'm Professor MJ, and my number one goal is to get you to become a bookie crusher too. I'm always striving to find ways to exploit sportsbooks, so you are personally invited to join our group of savvy sports investors by hitting the subscribe button now. What is a round-robin bet exactly? Some of them hold particular names, like a Trixie, a Yankee, or a Canadian. What do they mean? Also, how do you place a round-robin bet with your online bookmaker? Finally, is it a smart idea to do round-robin bets? Let me address each of those questions one by one. If something is not clear, don't hesitate to let me know in the comments below and I'll be glad to answer you. First of all, let me reveal what round-robin bets are about. Basically, they take parlay betting to a higher level. If you don't know what a parlay is, please watch the video I made that goes over all the details. Just click the link on top of your screen to learn more about parlay bets. Let's go back to round robins. In short, you choose teams that you want to bet, and if you want to do a round robin, then the sportsbook will automatically create all possible parlay combinations for you. Let's do some quick examples. Suppose you wish to back teams A, B, and C. A round robin featuring those three teams will involve creating one 3-leg parlay and three 2-leg parlays as follows. Parlay number 1 features teams A, B, and C. Then parlay number 2 includes clubs A and B, while the third parlay involves A and C. Finally, parlay number 4 goes with B and C. Let's shoot for another example. A round robin featuring 4 teams called A, B, C, and D will involve creating one 4-leg parlay, 4 3-leg parlays, and 6 2-leg parlays. You can see on your screen the 11 parlay bets that get created by the bookmaker. For instance, the first parlay is the only one featuring all 4 teams. Then, parlays number 2 to number 5 cover all cases involving 3 teams, while parlays number 6 to 11 correspond to all possible 2-leg parlays. Does that make sense to you? Good! Let's keep the momentum going. The most common round robins hold particular nicknames. Here are the most frequent ones. A round robin featuring 3 teams is called a Trixie. Then, a 4-team round robin represents a Yankee, whereas a Canadian is associated with 5-team round robins. Finally, a Heinz includes 6 clubs, and a Super Heinz goes with 7 teams. It is worth noting that some sportsbooks will also offer you the option of adding each single wagers to your round robins. So for instance, with 4 teams, you can add every straight bet on teams A, B, C, and D. On top of your 11 parlays in your Yankee, you now have 4 extra wagers for a total of 15 bets in play. That is often called a lucky. You can see on your screen the names associated with some common round robins to which we've added all possible single wagers. By looking at the list, you may be wondering why the 3-team case was omitted. The simple reason is because it holds a different name. They call it a patent. In total, we have 7 bets. The 4 possible parlay combinations, along with the 3 straight bets. The next question I'm going to address is how to place a round-robin bet with an online sportsbook. Of course, it may vary a little bit from one book to the other, but let me show you a concrete example. Let's say you want to make a Trixie, which means you are interested to bet 3 teams. First, simply click the odds from each of the 3 bets you want to include in your round robin. For example, I may want to bet the Atlanta Braves, the Toronto Blue Jays, and the Tampa Bay Rays. As you can see, there are 3 tabs at the top of the betting ticket: singles, parlay, and round robins. Let's hit the last one, of course. Remember that the Trixie involves making a total of 4 bets, a single 3-team parlay along with 3 2-team parlays. How much do you want to risk on each of those 4 bets? If you wish to put the same stake on each bet, just enter it on the Trixie row, which is right here. So for instance, if I choose $10, then my total wager is $40. The potential payout at the bottom of $169.60 indicates how much you will get back in your pockets if your 3 selected teams all win. Now, let's say you prefer to risk a smaller amount on the bigger 3-leg parlay. Maybe you want to put a $5 stake on it, while you want to risk $10 on each of the 2-team parlays. This time, as shown at the bottom, your total risk is now set at $35. Let's take a look at a final option available to you. As discussed earlier, it's also possible to tell the sportsbook that you also want to add each single wager. We saw earlier how it is called a patent, which is right here, in the case of wanting to sport 3 clubs. This time you now have a total of 7 bets in play, 4 parlays and 3 straight bets. So if I enter a $20 amount next to the patent line, then the bookie shows that I am now risking a total of $140, which corresponds to $20 for each of the 7 wagers. This time, if all 3 teams get the victory, your total payout becomes $451.60. At this point, you may be wondering what the best type of bet is. For example, suppose you are considering betting 5 different teams. Should you bet them separately via 5 single wagers, or bundle them together into one 5-leg parlay? Or should you elect to go all in with a 5-team round robin called a Canadian? I have made a video that compares the return on investment of all of those bet types. I encourage you to deepen your knowledge on the topic by clicking the small card appearing at the bottom of your screen to watch this insightful video. Trust me, it could save you hundreds, if not thousands of dollars in the long run. I'm Professor MJ. I'll see you in that video, my friend.